It's a feeling that burns. You are standing right there. You have said something you thought was okay, but the eyes of the person you are talking to are already wondering. They are looking for someone else, an exit, someone better. We have all been told don't judge a book by its cover. But here's the brutal truth, people don't just stay for your looks, they stay for your energy. If people are escaping your conversation, if you feel like a background character in your own life, it's not because you are a bad person, it's because you are predictable. There is specific kind of loneliness that doesn't happen when you are alone. It happens when you are surrounded by people. You are at the dinner table or in the office break room or on a date with someone you really like. You are talking, your mouth is moving, but you can see it in their eyes, the flicker. The flicker is the exact moment they stop listening and start waiting. Waiting for a break in the conversation so they can check their phone, talk to someone else, or just leave. It's the invisibility trap. You are not being ignored because you are ugly or mean. You are being ignored because you are socially expensive. It takes effort to listen to you, and the ROI, the return on investment, is too low. Today, we are going to talk about why people are ignoring you and the 5 specific habits that turn a boring person into a magnetic one. Why do we ignore boring people? It's an evolutionary survival mechanism. Our brains are wired to ignore repetition. Here are 6 main habits of a boring person that make them uninteresting and cause people to never want to talk to them. The echo chamber. Boring people agree with everything. If I know exactly what you are going to say before you say it, my brain switches off. Think about a person you like. You tell them, I think this movie was overrated. They say, yeah, totally. You say, but the cinematography was good. They say, oh, definitely. Within 3 minutes, your brain has categorized them as a social echo. You stop talking to them and start talking at them. You don't ask for their opinion anymore because you already know it's just a copy of yours. The pain? You will find yourself being left out of the big dinners or the deep late night talks because people feel they have already downloaded everything you have to offer. There is no mystery left. The safety trap. You are so afraid of being weird or wrong that you have filtered out everything that makes you human. Imagine you are on a date. You have a secret passion for, let's say, collecting vintage stamps or analyzing the physics of 90s cartoons. But you think, that's weird. I'll just talk about my job at the bank. So you talk about spreadsheet. You are safe. You didn't see anything wrong, but you also didn't say anything human. The person across from you is looking for a spark, which is just code for something I have not seen before. By being safe, you are effectively a blank sheet of paper. People don't hate blank paper, but they don't fall in love with it either. They just fold it up and put it in a drawer, never to be thought of again. Low stakes. If you don't care about anything deeply, why should I care about you? Think about the last time someone really captivated you. Were they talking about something they were me about? No, they were probably fired up about a stupid conspiracy theory, a niche sport, or a vision for their future. Now look at yourself. When was the last time you let your voice get slightly louder because you were excited? When was the last time you took a stand on something trivial? If your life is a series of it's okay and I don't mind, you are giving people no reason to be interested in your soul. If you don't have a why, people won't care about your what. You are not just boring, you are numb. And people can smell that numbness from a mile away. The scripted human. Most people live by a script. Let's understand it with an example. Person A, how was your weekend? You, good, just stayed home. Yours? Person A, good. Congratulations, you just killed a brain cell. When you give scripted answers, you are telling the other person's brain, I'm an NPC, non player character. You don't need to pay attention to me. People escape you because you offer zero novelty. Humans are biologically wired to seek new information. If you provide none, their brain literally goes into power saving mode. The mirror effect, agreeableness. You think being nice and agreeing with everyone makes you likable. It actually makes you a shadow. If you agree with everything I say, I'm not talking to a person, I'm talking to a mirror. And nobody wants to have a 2 hour conversation with a mirror. We want friction. We want someone who pushes back, someone who has a border to their personality. The low energy leak. If you look like you are bored with your own life, why should anyone else be interested in it? People escape boring people because boredom is contagious. If you talk in a monotone, if your shoulder are slumped, and if you have no spark, you are an energy vampire. People are not running away from you, they are running toward oxygen. When we see someone extraordinary, we are not looking at their face, we are looking at their intellectual and emotional depth. We are attracted to people who feel like a discovery. To be honest, being boring is not a mistake, an insult, or an attack, but you certainly would not want to be the kind of person who bores people or whom people don't want to listen to. I'm feeling very excited and enjoying making this video in which I am telling all of you how you can become an extraordinary person by adopting these small but smart habits into your personality. Habit 1. The spike in the conversation. Stop being a circle, be a shape with edges. In every conversation, find one spike, a point of view that is slightly controversial or deeply personal. Instead of saying the weather is nice, say, I actually hate this kind of sun. It makes me feel like I'm in a microwave. And I have realized I'm 100% a creature of the brain. Because it forces the other person to respond to a real thought. It creates a hook they can grab into. Habit 2. The curiosity architect. Most people ask what questions, what do you do, what's your name? These are boring, seriously. Ask why and how questions that target the emotion, not the fact. Next time you meet someone, don't ask what their job is. Ask what's the one thing about your job that most people get completely wrong. You are giving them permission to be interesting. When you make someone else feels like a genius or a storyteller, they will find you the most fascinating person they have ever met. Habit 3. The unrelated connection. The Da Vinci habit. Interesting people are connectors. They take two things that don't belong together and marry them. Develop a weird hobby and or read about something completely outside your field. If you are a coder, read about 15th century Italian art. In a meeting, you might say, the way we are organizing this data reminds me of how Leonardo da Vinci used fumato to blur edges. It's all about the transitions. It's unexpected. It shows you have layers. It makes people wonder what else does this person know? Habit 4. Radical vulnerability. The perfect filter. We love people for their strengths, but we connect with them through their weaknesses. Tell the embarrassing truth before the polished lie. If someone asks how your project is going, don't say it's fine. Say, honestly, I spent 3 hours yesterday staring at a blank screen, questioning every life choice I have ever made. But then I found a solution because it breaks the social mask. It tells the other person I'm safe to be real with. That is rare and magnetic quality. Habit 5. The presence anchor. In a world of smartphones, pure attention is a superpower. Give 100% eye contact and body presence for the first 60 seconds of any interaction. Look at their eyes long enough to see the colors. Don't look at your phone. Don't look at the door. Most people feel half ignored their whole lives. By giving them the anchor, you are providing a luxury experience. People are attracted to those who make them feel like they are the only person in the room. Being boring is a choice to stay safe. Being interesting is a choice to be seen. It requires the courage to be too much, to be weird, or to be wrong. Stop trying to be the person everyone likes. Start being the person no one can ignore. The next time you walk into a room, don't ask yourself, will they like me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from them that no one else has bothered to ask? You have a story. It's time you stop whispering it.